How's it going, everybody? Rye here today, and we are back with your Boston Red Sox, ready to get started here, and I believe it's season number 5 or 6. This is season number 5, looking to build off a 100-win performance. I mean, honestly, our last 3 seasons making the playoffs, all, pretty solid regular seasons, and then last season losing in 7 in the World Series. That one sucked, but this year we're kind of going to go with a little bit of youth. Obviously, you guys can see the top players are still, in that peak of their careers, late 20s, early 30s. We are going to have to start worrying about like Ohtani and Cease and Reynolds and Hader and their eventual decline in maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years. But I think for now, we should be fine. And then obviously we've got guys coming up. We've got Marshall Ash, Giancarlo Ramirez, Steve Melendez. I mean, Steve Melendez is now our 4th best starting pitcher, which is crazy. I would have assumed that's Marshall Ash, but hey, it is what it is. But we've got a contract extension for a couple players that I want to discuss before we just jump right to the regular season. Tanner Houck is arbitration eligible. He is 30. He's a really, really good reliever. Let's take a look at his stats real quick. This previous couple years, I mean, it's been solid. It's not as good as like when he started. Last season was definitely his worst season. So I don't want to give him a contract extension just yet. He's 30. He's asking for about $6.5 million for 5 years, $7 million for 1 or 2 years. So we'll see if we really. I mean, he's absolutely interested in less. So he's really more so interested in like $6 million over a year. That's what he asked for over here, right? But he's interested in that if we wanted to give that to him. Alex Verdugo is another guy that'll be really, really interesting to see. I mean, he has been so good. A bit of a down year here in 2025, but I mean, he bounced right back after he had a full season back in Boston. Did recover here with 296 batting average, 817 OPS, 2.1 WAR, the best WAR of his career, and 96.3 runs created. That is a crazy amount of runs created. Trace Thompson, I don't think I'm going to give him an extension. And then it's Marshall Ash. And looking at his contract demands, I kind of just want to give him a 5-year deal at whatever would make him happiest. Like a 5-year deal for this guy at about $2 million per year. He'd be 26 at the end of this deal. I don't see how I do anything but this deal. We'd have, I don't know what the player offer is. At this point, a short contract is better. How about I give you $10.5 million per year? There we go. All right, so 10.5, not per year, Jesus. Total. So it's going to be like 2.1 per year over 5 years instead of 2. So that extra 100,000, that really pushed him over the edge. But Jonathan Loáisiga is the next guy without a contract. I know I'm jumping around here, but I don't think any of these guys are bang on spring training contract extension candidates. I think they're guys that we probably want to see how the season plays out. So you guys also mentioned in the comment section that you wanted to see Pete Crow Armstrong play center field. They have him platooning with Alex Verdugo. I will try to make sure that that is not the case. I want Pete Crow Armstrong kind of playing every day at 25 with A potential. I want to get him out there in the field, and then we'll have Verdugo every day in left, and then Trace Thompson will just be, a backup. I know he hits so well against righties, but again, he's 36 at this stage of his career. I'm not going to be surprised if he starts to drop off kind of significantly. So I think everywhere else we don't have to really worry about. Oh, they are playing Jonathan India ahead of Gavin Lux, which I strongly disagree with. Gavin Lux, I think, he's not quite the better hitter, is he? Division discipline is... They're really similar players. I guess you could take your pick. I would prefer Gavin Lux play. Just taking a look at how he did last season for us. 288, 818 OPS, and then a WAR of 4.2 with a runs created of 94. I mean, back-to-back seasons of 90 plus since he's gotten the starting job there at second base. I think he should be the guy that's there every day. And then you can see Dominique Paniagua apparently is our backup catcher. I was kind of hoping it would be Diego Cartaya, but because Dominique Paniagua can play catcher as a secondary position, I guess we'll see. Anyway, we're going to get through spring training. I'm going to get all the everything all set up, and we can go ahead and see how we do now that we're turning it over to the youngsters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the depth chart is set for the season. You can see Pete Crow Armstrong is no longer platooning. Brian Reynolds out there and right, and then Verdugo in left. Trace Thompson and Dominique Paniagua will be backing them up whenever need be. Then we got Mac Jackson at first. Gavin Lux in India. I decided to actually platoon them. Jonathan India is just so good. He may not be as good of a fielder, but it's just one of those that it's splitting hairs at this point. Gavin Lux, we'll see, right? I can obviously change that, see which one gets hot early, and then I can play them every day. But I think right now, just kind of platooning them would be fine. Bo Bichette at short, Devers at third. We have Shohei DHing, Henry Davis, Dominique Paniagua. I believe, I don't know where he is, but let's just check the lineups. Yeah, Diego Cartaya is here. I don't know why. I guess they're just going to consider him the primary backup. Anyway, the starting rotation is Shohei, Cease, Whitlock, Melendez, Marshall, Ash, who's now an 83. And then in the bullpen, we'll just take a look at it this way. Pitching rotation. Yeah, much nicer to look at it this way. Giancarlo Ramirez is getting bumped because Marshall Ash is now up to an 83 over. He was an 82 or an 81 when I gave him the contract extension. So he's already grown enough to bump Giancarlo Ramirez out of the starting rotation, who he had 17 starts last year, or had no starts, excuse me. He was coming out of the pen last year anyway. Eric Swanson, Yancy Almonte, Jonathan Loizaga, Hauken Alcala there, and Josh Hader as the closer. Yes, I do realize we have a lack of left-handed pitching, but I think that'll be okay for now. I don't think we really have to go out there and do anything too crazy about it. But viewing the budget, 1 million in surplus. We just about made it in there, so we are looking okay. We are here in the regular season with a opening day in New York. You guys know, I think we're gonna play that one. I think we're gonna actually just jump in and quick sim this this game. So let's go ahead, play the game. We will quick manage here. We'll just get into it because I absolutely opening day at the Yankees. You guys know this one's one that I have to jump in for. Shohei, get in there. Jonathan India is making his debut because they're using a left-handed starting pitcher. So I wanted to go with the contact. So whoever had the better contact, I brought them in. So Jonathan India has better contact and better power than Gavin Lux. Gavin Lux has better contact against righties, but not quite the power. So we'll see how that goes as the season moves on. Pete Crow Armstrong, as you guys said in the comments, is going to get the starting job there in center field. So we'll just keep going. We'll just swing. We're not going to try too hard. Just get us, just let the game get us to double play. Dang it. Get us to the important innings. We'll see if something can happen here. Yeah, wow. Error, ground out, walk, fly out. Okay, I do have to keep in mind, you know, using my relief. Oh, we got a swing away, fielder's choice. Jonathan India, sack fly, beautiful. Mac Jackson flies out. Okay, but we do get the lead. I forgot they have O'Neal Cruz. Strikeout, pop up, beautiful. So after the leadoff triple from O'Neal Cruz, Shohei shuts it down. A run is scored there. Verdugo, beautiful on the triple, getting Henry Davis to score. Carlos Rodon, their ace here. Yeah, he's very good, isn't he? But he's not good enough to keep Devers from getting another RBI. A single there. Oh, okay, and then a strikeout. All right, Shohei, bottom of the fifth. Ground out, fly out, single, strikeout. Oh my God, Shohei is dealing today. Pitching change, Clark Schmidt, that's fine. Ground out, yeah, whatever. Shohei's looking fine to me. Caught stealing, beautiful. Henry Davis, baby. That's what we love to see. Pete Crow arm up. Solo shot from Bo Bichette. Verdugo doubles. Devers gets another RBI there, strikes him out. We may just jump into the close the game out. Oh my God, we are hitting crazy right now. 10 hits. Shohei still going here into the eighth. Walks him. A 3-run bomb, and I think it's time to pull Shohei. We'll bring in Jorge Alcala. Walks him, single. They bring in a pinch runner. They tied the... Oh my God, Alcala. I'm pulling him immediately. Loizaga gets the pop-up. Okay, we're now in... I can't believe they just tied it like that. Oh my God. We're going to enter the game. We got the, Bo Bichette coming up at the top of the order. Absolutely worthwhile jumping into this one. And I think this way, guys, I won't play as many. I'll play a few, maybe one a month. And I mean, this will count for the first month too. But they're going to bring in Caleb Ferguson, and they're going to slide Cavan Biggio over to first base. Okay, but there we go. We got Bo Bichette stepping up here in the top of the ninth. Let's see what we can get done. And we are going to pop up the Scurv. It was inside. I thought it was coming middle. It did move in on us. But the full count pitch... Oh man, he did throw me a meatball right before it, and I was just late on it. He threw the fastball, but Verdugo, who's 3 for 3 today with a walk as well, now up to the plate. And there we go. We work a walk down 0-2. I worked it back to full, and he missed on the final pitch. Do I want a pinch run here for Verdugo? I think I do. Dominique Paniagua's got 64 speed. Gavin Lux here. Can Gavin Lux play in? Yes, Gavin Lux can also play in the outfield, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. I think we will. Yeah, we're going to pinch run Gavin Lux for Alex Verdugo. That makes sense with Rafael Devers now up to the plate. Oh, baby, let's see if we can get something big here. And a homer! He just first pitch crushes that thing. Second deck. See ya. That's a 2-run shot. We don't need any speed on the base paths for that. Mac Jackson, Bo Bichette are loving it. Rafael Devers' first homer of the season comes in a big spot, and we now take a 2-run lead, a 7-5 lead here on opening day in Yankee Stadium. There we go, touch home. Let's get it, boys. Up 2 runs, a big shot there on the first pitch from Devers, no doubt. And a little shot between the second baseman and first baseman, and Brian Reynolds gets on base. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. Getting to Caleb Ferguson here with Shohei coming up to the plate. And that one is going to be off the end of the bat. It's not going to be deep enough. Not even in Yankee Stadium here. And that one is going to be the second out of the inning. And a base hit up the middle in his debut for Jonathan India. He had the double play, the sac fly, and 2 flyouts to left before finally here in the top of the 9th, getting a single to center field, and we advance Brian Reynolds into scoring position. Mac Jackson gets one down the middle. I assume, no, go back, everybody go back. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Oh my God, I'm like... my natural instinct was just to send everybody because I thought that thing was going to be well enough struck that maybe it would drop. And then I didn't realize there were 2 outs, so I should have just sent them anyway. But we now have a chance to close it out here in the bottom of the 9th. Josh Hader coming up to face the Yankees, whatever part of the order they got. Let's see if we can shut him down. And he is going to get a little bit on it, but India snags it and throws it to Mac Jackson. He's out. There is 1 down. And a swing and a miss. Anthony Volpe is set down. There are 2 outs. Now with Yohan Moncada being their last out away from losing on opening day. And he is going to chop it over to Devers. Snags it. Throws it. Beats the runner. And we have knocked off the Yankees on opening day. What a way to start the season. Absolutely love it. Shohei pitched a gem. Unfortunately, Hau kind of blew it, and Jens, or Alcala blew it, and then Jens, I think it was Almonte, didn't help either. But good news is, Loizica got us through it, and there we go. We made it through it. Way more interesting than it should have been, but we got the win. So with that win on opening day, guys, I think the next time we're going to come back is maybe here against the Blue Jays or maybe Baltimore, Tampa. We got a couple chances in May to come back. That's probably going to be the April game that I play. And then we'll come back here in May. And then maybe another time in June for one of these games, maybe Tampa or Baltimore. Wow, we play Tampa, Baltimore, and Toronto. Not much of the Yankees early. I know we play them the rest of this series and then 3 more times here, but we'll see. June, maybe we'll play 1 per month, right? We already played our April game. In May, we might play the Orioles or the Blue Jays or Tampa Bay, depending on who's better, and then we'll check it out again in June. All right, guys, it is May 1st, meaning the first month of the season is done, and there we are sitting 25-7, 9-1 in our last 10, but the Baltimore Orioles are not quitting, man. They were ahead of us the entire month, basically, and by like a game and a half. And obviously, you guys can see in the last 10, we were 9-1, they're 7-3. They are gonna be a tough fight for the division. So something tells me that I should probably come back here for one of these games, probably the last game of the series. We'll see. I'll simulate the first one, see how it goes, and then we'll maybe pick the second or the third game to quick manage and jump in for. So Man, it just, we had a perfect week here, April 4th through the 10th. We didn't lose a single game, and then we, added another one on top of that. Split the series with Atlanta. Kansas City, we played them, I think, twice. Yeah, we played them twice, and we won 5 out of 6 games against them. Another 2 wins out of 3 against the Yankees here. We did sweep them to open the season, so absolutely love to see that. Tampa Bay has given us a little bit of a trouble at times. Right? I mean, what? We went 1-2 against them in that series. We lost the series. We dropped the series, but that's okay. They're 4.5 back of us and 4 games back of Baltimore. So honestly, guys, things are going well. Let's see who was hot. Rough for Spencer Steven. Connor Vaughn had a rough month. Christopher Gregg was good. We love to see that. Barrett Lopez, love that as well. Alfonso Valley, good for him. Ray Thomason, yeah. So I mean, oh my God, Cease is hot. Oh wait, Shohei's no longer our top player. Shohei has declined and is no longer our top player. It's Dylan Cease now as our top player. Devers, Reynolds, Bichette, Whitlock, India, Melendez. Oh my God, the team is, everybody's hot except for Henry Davis and Mac Jackson. Everybody else is hot. Tristan Casas is hot here. 35 at bats, batting .371. Pete Core Armstrong is cold, however. But oh my God, just some crazy numbers right now for us. 288 for Verdugo, but who's batting the best? Dominique Paniagua's got a hit in his 1 at bat. But Devers is batting .406 to start the season. Jonathan India 378. Tristan Casas 371. I mean, I know he's had a lot fewer at bats. Gavin Lux, same thing. Brian Reynolds 305. To have that many guys over 300, not to mention over 250, that's wild. Home runs, I got to check that out. Jonathan India. Oh my God, maybe he should earn the, this is what I'm saying, guys. We should check, and maybe I'll just give India the everyday spot over a guy like Gavin Lux. I mean, Gavin Lux, he's great, don't get me wrong, but the fact that Jonathan India is playing as well as he is, I kind of want to give him like the whole thing right now. He's already created 40 runs in how many at bats? 38.7 in 98. Oh my God, my bare minimum is he needs to create 10-ish runs there. I'm pretty sure. I think for like every 100 at bats, I ask for like 15 runs. So wow, that is wild. Does he lineups? Is Pete Crow Armstrong still playing every day? No, they've actually decided to put Trace Thompson back in. I see. This is what I didn't want to have happen. I don't think he's going to listen to me, but it is what it is. He'll get the chances against left-handed hitters. But there we go. We're going to keep it rolling here. We'll probably jump back in for this Baltimore series because they are the closest one. But man, what a good first month. So I'm jumping back in, guys, after we actually just lost a series to the 15-30 Oakland. Oh, no, we tied the series. I'm sorry. I thought that was another St. Louis game. Still, things are going well. Only lost 3 games so far in the month of May. And now we got Baltimore, who have dropped, who are not nearly as hot as they were. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Both teams have lost their last 2, but Marshall Ash's start, Cease, and then Shohei. Oh, I wonder if we want to get Shohei. Did Cease take over? They take it over so that, yeah, Cease is now the starter and Shohei's dropped to a 93. This may be Shohei's last season. I know he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? 2, 4, 6 more years after this one on that contract. But he is pitching well. So those of you that told me to keep him are looking smarter than I am. He is regressing, but he is having a bounce back season after last season. Taking a look, he's already got 10 home runs in just a fraction of the at-bats, probably a quarter of the at-bats. He's on pace to do back what he did in 2025. His batting average is the second best. You know, last year he didn't have as much power, but he had a lot more contact success. OPS is the best we've seen. And his WAR here is absolutely crazy. Runs created already at 35.9. So, yeah, Garrett Whitlock's up to it. I think he's down to an 87. He was an 88. Steve Melendez an 86. Marshall Ash 84. This guy is growing, man. I'll tell you what, he is looking good. Jonathan Loizaga dropped a point. Eric Swanson dropped, and Eric Swanson dropped to like from an 80 to a 78. Yancy Almonte is growing. Good to see that. Josh Hader sticking around in the 90s. All right, so a little bit of movement as our roster transitions, with age. We're going to have to start turning it over at some point, but we've got this series against Baltimore. I kind of want to do the Cease. Maybe let's jump into the first game of the series with Marshall Ash. See if we can get him a win, and then I trust Cease and Shohei. I mean, they're dishing it this year. Marshall Ash, I want to get him a win, so let's go ahead and do that. Boost his confidence. Quick manage. You know what I'm going to do this time, guys? I am just going to simulate the whole inning. Oh, wow. These guys are tired. Holy moly. I didn't realize these guys got this tired. Maybe Gavin Lux in for Jonathan India just because? I think I'll do that. Yeah, Henry Davis out. Diego Cartaya in just because they're tired. Mac Jackson out. Tristan Casas in. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of rotate it a little bit. We're going to keep Bichette, Verdugo, and Devers in just because they don't seem to be as tired as the guys that are down here in the lineup. Pete Crow Armstrong up to an 80, by the way. But yeah, no, I think against lefties, we're going to be doing fine. And I just kind of wanted to get, you know, a little bit fresh bodies in there. I haven't had to do this before. So might be good for if Dominique Paniagua. They want Dominique Paniagua playing. Okay, I can do that. Maybe play him at center. Oh, yeah, no, there he is in left. They bench Verdugo. I'll play Paniagua. Why not? He hasn't played in a while, they said. It might be good for his morale. He's had one at-bat this season. So let's see. Replace player. Yeah, Marcelo Mayer for Bo Bichette. I guess we're kind of rotating the whole squad. There we go. All right, so simulate the half the inning. Simulate that half the inning. Baltimore scores 2. We score 1. They score 2. We score none. They score 1. We score none. Are they gonna? Yo, we put up 4. Let's go. If I simulate this, are they gonna? Oh, they left Marshall Ash in. Oh my God. Do I have to be the one to change it? Yeah, I guess I have to go pitching change. We'll go with Yency Almonte. He's doing well. All right, so Baltimore's up by 2. We'll simulate the. Yeah, there we go. The 8th inning, we'll let them ride. Yency Almonte's doing fine. All right, we've got the top of the order coming up here in the top of the 9th. We're down by 2. CNL Perez is in, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go to their closer. Marcelo Mayer at the plate, 2 for 3 today. Dominique Paniagua 1 for 3. Casas 0 for 4. Cartaya 0 for 4. Crow Armstrong 0 for 4. Oh man. Okay. So the top of the lineup is really carrying today, but I didn't realize I had to pull Ash, so he probably shouldn't have pitched as much as he did. Let's jump in. Whew, okay. I swung, but they changed their pitcher, so we're good. Look at that on base percentage is first, home runs 4th, runs 3rd, runs against 2nd. That is the team I'm trying to build. Good for runs for, good for runs against. I'm building it with pitching and hitting. No need for that stinky defense. Marcelo Mayer gets a nice pitch to hit, and that's going to be extra bases. That's getting into the gap. He's not going to be able to turn 3. He's only 61. Oh, maybe he could have turned 3. Oh, no. Go back. I thought about it. Oh, man. I mean, if I was trying to turn 3, that would have been perfect. But it's almost because I didn't turn 3 that throw was off, I bet. That throw would have been laser beamed had I tried to go 3 there. But maybe I should have pushed it. But I'd rather be conservative on the base paths and keep a runner in scoring position with no outs. Dominique Paniagua now up to the plate. He gets a good pitch to hit, and that's going to score Marcelo Mayer from 2nd. Oh, my goodness. The perfect line drive up the middle, finds the outfield, and we are now down by 1. Dominique Paniagua, Marcelo Mayer. It's the springtime of youth, baby. Let's go. The young guys getting in on the action. A good pitch to hit, but I don't get all of it. I get over top of the curve, and that's a double play. Oh no, just like that. 4-6-3. I mean, this was a good pitch to hit. I rolled over it, and that's exactly what he was going for. If I get under it, that thing might be crushed because it's Devers, but now we got Brian Reynolds with nobody on the bases. He is going to get one in on the hands. The throw from the second baseman is there, and the Orioles are going to take this one. We were so close. I wish I would have known that I had to pull Ash myself when I simulated the inning. But it is what it is. A very fun game nonetheless. We got to see some of the youngsters hit, and it was a fun game. Good news for the future. All right, guys, jumping back in at the end of June, we did end up getting swept by Baltimore and then lost the series to Tampa. So taking a look at the standings, we're still 6 games above the Rays, 7 above the Orioles, 9.5 above the Blue Jays and Yankees. We are 42-17. So, I mean, we are the best team in the American League by 5 wins over the Astros, but we saw how that worked out last year where we were the best. And then down the stretch, we just kind of faltered, but we're by far the best best team in the entire major leagues. So that's good to see. Sogard was rough. Fernando Delgado, no. Doorman, no. Evan Pipp was good. That's what we like to see. We drafted Evan Pipp, I think, like our first year. Dante Gutierrez had an outstanding month, and Alfonso Valley had a good month. Love to see that. Aaron Luke, a good month for him. All right, out in center field, Dante Gutierrez looking good there, up, growing. Love to see that. Same thing for Pete Crow Armstrong. Dominique Paniagua's up to an 81, looking good as well. Verdugo's cold, but he is up to an 83. Reynolds is dropping a little bit, so we'll see. Trace Thompson down to a 77, but still has great batting against righties, so I'm not too concerned about that. Honestly, we'll probably come back for this Tampa Bay series, pick a game, and then I'll probably manage it a bit better. Jumping back in here before this Tampa Bay series, guys, we have kind of pulled away from the rest of the AL East. We are 56-26. We're only 3 games above the Astros, so that's really who I'm looking at this point. I don't know if we have a series against the Astros, maybe in the second half of the season, because that would be one to absolutely be a part of. But it looks like our chance against the Astros came early in the season, and what did we do? We won the series. So I don't know if we play them again or we did play them again here, and we went 2-1. We won the series. Okay, so I think we only will play them twice. I don't see Houston on the schedule, but we've got this 4-game series against Tampa Bay right before we get into the draft. So we got Steve Melendez there, Dylan Cease here, who's, wow, having a great season. So is Steve Melendez. Marshall Ash, I really want to get him a win, so I'm going to try and manage that game better. We're going to jump into that one. Simulate that one. We lose 8-9. Yency Almonte takes the L. Viewing the box score, yeah, they put up 4 in the 7th. We did try and make a comeback there in the 8th, but now it's time to play this game. Marshall Ash versus Shane McClanahan. Yeah, no, this might be a tough matchup for Marshall Ash, but we're going to see if we can get it done. Let's go ahead, jump in here. Quick manage. I will manage the pitcher situation a bit better this time. So there we go. And yeah, Marshall Ash and it'll probably tell me replace. Yeah, I'm going to sit him. And Pete Crow Armstrong can be sat for Dominique Paniagua. There we go. Yeah, Paniagua can hit against the lefties. He's been growing really, really spectacularly. I want to get him a lot more playing time personally. Diego Cartaya's cold, but Henry Davis is exhausted. Marcelo Mayer, get him a little playing time. I'll just auto do it. Let them do whatever they want to do, but here we go. No run scored for us in the first. They scored a run. Nothing there. 1 for them. Nothing there. 2 for them. I don't like this pattern. I like the 3 for us, though. I'll take that. None for them. All right, in the top of the 5th, he can probably go another inning. There we go. All right, so in the top of the 6th, it's probably time to change pitchers. I'll go with, you know what? It's the bottom of the 6th. I kind of want to see Giancarlo Ramirez. Go for it. There we go. Devers against McClanahan. No run scored. Giancarlo Ramirez gets through that one. We're in the top of the 8th here. Can we get any runs scored? Oh my God, we score 6. And now in the 8th, Giancarlo Ramirez. This might be the 3rd time around the order, but I might bring in Houck. I'll bring in Alcala first, and then I might use Houck to close it out because Hader looks tired, right? So we'll use Alcala here in the 8th. All right, we're up by 4, so I think I'll simulate the half inning. And then I will pitching change to Tanner Houck, and we're going to jump in and see if we can close this game out. Here we go, Houck. Ready to hold. It's not a save, but ready to get the hold here. Up by 4. Let's get it. A swing and a miss on the slider away, and it's a 1-2-3 at bat where we get the strikeout. Houck looking good. And that slider misses, and that's going to get into the outfield. Verdugo there to scoop it up, throws it to Mayer. But they do have a runner on now. I got to be a little bit more careful. I'm trying to be aggressive. I got a lead to play with. So let's see here. A swing and a miss on the splitter down in the dirt. And there we go. There's 2 outs. 1 more to go. Esteban Macias trying to stave off a loss. We get him swinging way out of the strike zone, and we are going to win this one. Marshall Ash, let's go. Getting him the win. That's what we wanted to see. A good pitching performance out of the pen from Giancarlo Ramirez as well. The bats came alive towards the middle innings, and we never looked back. Jumping back in on the calendar, was pretty much the end of the month anyway. You guys saw here, but a 5-4 win there followed for Josh Hader getting the win. Okay. Yeah, he blew the save, but then we won it in the 10th for him. So there we go. And now we should be getting up to the draft here on the 4th. So let's go ahead, jump through another one. There we go, getting the win there. Now the Yankees, where did they come from? I thought they were dead in the water. But there they are at 49 and 39, 11 games back. Wow, it is going to be a bloodbath for the rest of the AL East. As long as we don't drop 11 games, I'm considering us safe here. Anybody that we care about there? Nathan Webb, maybe? Do I care about? Aaron Luke is continuing to dominate there. Love to see that. He's probably going to be ready to come up and be a bullpen member. Ray Thomason, yeah, he's having a good time there in AAA as well. So we love to see things like that. All right. Let's just get up to the draft here. Okay, the All-Star Futures game. We lose to the White Sox. Sucks, but Shohei took the L. 12-2. Good Lord. He may be dropping off, but he's certainly not letting that affect his performance. Let's take a look at the statistics real quick. See how everybody is doing. Batting average, Marcelo Mayer's batting 600. But really, Jonathan India with his 263 at-bats, 335, 327 for Devers. Shohei's batting 307. Tristan Casas, Gavin Lux, Verdugo's batting well. Trace Thompson's hot. I love to see that. Bo Bichette's killing it. Brian Reynolds doing well. So we have a lot of good hitters here. Then Henry Davis, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Diego Cartaya. Yeah, they are the worst hitters on the team. I'm not shocked about that. Devers leading in home runs, followed by Ohtani, followed by India, followed by Reynolds. By the 4th of July, we have 4 players with 20-plus home runs. Verdugo, Bichette, and Thompson in double figures. Davis, Jackson, Casas, Lux, Armstrong all have one. Mayer, Paniagua, and Cartaya are the only ones without it. Let's take a quick look at WAR and runs created. The runs created here, oh my God, already 80 for Devers, 80 again for Shohei, 74 for India, 60 there, 64 for Reynolds, 61 for Verdugo, 56 for Bichette, Trace Thompson, Mac Jackson. Wow, these guys are having a good season. Pitching wise, the ERAs look phenomenal. The only guy with a poor ERA is Marshall Ash. He is growing really nicely though at 85 overall. He is not letting it stop his progression. The other guy with a poor ERA is Houck. Wow, some of these ERAs are crazy. Giancarlo Ramirez. He's out of the pen though, I believe. Yeah, I think he is. Shohei though, 317. Melendez, 317. Cease, 353. Whitlock, 359. Quality starts, 13 of his 18, 13 of his 17, 13 of his 18. Marshall Ash is the only one that needs to pick it up. Garrett Whitlock probably does need to pick it up too. That's less than half of his game started with a quality start. The rest of these guys are doing really well. Let's take a look at the WAR. The WAR is Dylan Cease, Shohei, Melendez, Whitlock, Ramirez, Swanson. Love to see things like Giancarlo Ramirez doing so well in WAR as a long reliever. And then ERC, you guys know my new favorite metric. Taking a look here, everybody but Ash and Houck. Another poor season from Houck. This is back-to-back years where he's seeing that ERC climb. Yes, he is growing, but I personally think that it's time to, after this season, we'll let Houck walk. He'll be 30. He's been here forever, right? Like forever. It sucks, but I just think his performances aren't worthy of another season. Marshall Ash, I'd like to see him pick it up, but don't forget he didn't pitch at all last year, and this is his first time really getting serious amount of innings, so the glowing analytics won't be there as much, although it's not nearly as bad as his first season. But let's jump into this draft after we lose to the White Sox. I did scout for starting pitchers, third baseman, and outfielders. I feel like those are the 3 places where we don't really have much depth in the organization. Let's just go for scouted. There we go. Just add these guys to the draft queue. There's some really good options here. Like Rob Mayfield here. He's 21, but he's got ridiculous potential, it looks like. Same thing for Matthew Eller, but he is injured. I will definitely take a look when we get there, just to do a little bit more of an in-depth look. But I do kind of hate this menu. If you guys like this menu, let me know what you find endearing about it, what you find works for you. But for me, I can't do this type of I miss the vertical list. Like, this is cool, we get more information at once, but like put these cards to the right and then just give me a list of their names over to the left with sortables for like potential range, overall range, my rank, scouts ranks, things like that. So if they could do that over there and give me a couple of things there, and then give the player card, because I know they love the player card because it's all over the place, but put that on the right. Yeah, I watched a video about Maximum Football. If anybody knows what I'm talking, that's a very niche reference. I don't think anybody's going to get that. But let's go to the draft where we should be picking, I believe, 29th. That would be correct. All right, the Cincinnati Reds. That's right. They won the lottery and will. Oh my God, I forgot Oakland got absolutely screwed. There was some really, really good prospect. I forgot who he was, but we ranked him like number 1 and he was ranked numbered like 237 or something like that. Or I shouldn't say 137. Something crazy down there, but we ranked him number 1. Who are the Cincinnati Reds going to take? It is number 0. There he is. Amos Karnitz. They ranked him 3rd. We ranked him 9th. We didn't really scout him. He's a 3rd baseman. I don't know where he's from, but we really scouted international 3rd baseman. That's what looked to be right around us and looked to be the best bet. Next for the Arizona Diamondbacks is this guy. Gene Lincoln. Yeah, he 51st. We ranked him 6th. He's 18. He's got really good looking potential. The overall I wish was a bit more. Starting pitcher though, lefty, really high bonus demand. We wouldn't be able to afford him most likely if we wanted to get all of our picks signed. And finally, the 3rd pick in the draft to the Colorado Rockies is, drumroll please, Stephen Bong. Great name, great overall, great potential. This guy should have gone first, in my opinion, this starting pitcher, but his bonus demands of 8 million. That's a lot of money. Let's jump forward now to our next draft pick. Where was the guy that was like, yeah, was it Gustavo Palacios? It might have been him. Yeah, we ranked him really, really high. Look at that potential. He's ranked 70th. There was a guy in the hundreds, I swear. Unless he hasn't been drafted, I will show you him, and we will draft him here in just a second. Some not great looking picks. Chris Alonso goes to the Mets there, the closer. It's now time to make a pick. Let's go scouted. Yeah, nope, we want that. Okay, so he's ranked 4th by us. This starting pitcher, Willie Gill. 57 to 75, 18, a right-handed pitcher. Oh man, so we could go with Brad Morales. They're very, very similar. The higher overall Willie Gill though looks like the guy I would rather have. There was a guy, I swear there was a guy, yeah, right here. I think it was Rob Mayfield, this starting pitcher. 111, that we ranked him like super high. I don't want to take him yet, but he's got that crazy potential. We'll go with the top 100 team rank. There we go. And just look at some of these guys. I mean, Matthew Eller is injured. I don't really want to take an injured player. Danny Smith might have a really good overall. Not the highest amount of potential, but if he's there with our next pick, he might be a guy that we consider going after. Keith Kelly, though, also at 18, looks really good. Let's take a look at scouted. Yeah, and it should still sort. There we go. That's what I want to see. 82 to 92, Ramon Salinas here. He would be good, but I think I'm going to take one of these 2 starting pitchers. They look crazy good. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about the arm, what he throws with. I think Willie Gill potentially having higher overall over Brad Morales, I think makes the most sense. And he's got that 79 to 97, 78 to 96, and 76 to 95. I think I'll go with Willie Gill. He's got the most interest too, so I might not have to overpay too much with that bonus demand. So there we go. He bats switch hitting too, so why not? But there we go. Willie Gill is our 1st round draft pick. I think he's going to turn out really, really good. We ranked him 4th among all prospects, so I think he's a top player. Absolutely. All right, we'll send to our next draft pick here at the end of the 2nd. Brad Morales is still on the board, but so is Rob Mayfield with that crazy high potential. Ramon Salinas here, at 22 though, he doesn't have the highest overall. I don't know if he's ever going to reach that potential. That's the thing that would worry me there. Esteban Santana is one of those guys we would take later with a really, really high overall. Taking a look here, Bradley Boggs. Bradley Boggs looks really good for later on as well, but you know, it's our 2nd round pick. I want to take somebody who's gonna potentially be, you know, a relatively soon impact player, and I think that's Brad Morales. So we're gonna get our 4th and 5th ranked starting pitchers. No need to worry about who's who. Brad Morales is the next guy up for us to take. The left-hander, 53 to 71, 78 to 96. We only have scouted him 85% too, but that's okay. Let's move to our next draft pick here in the 3rd round. This is where we can start maybe taking some swings on something other than a starting pitcher. Please, anybody that's decent, that's not a starting pitcher. Nobody that we've seen. So we now have to just kind of look through all players to see some. Oh man, Leon McLean here, 77 to 91 potential. He is 22 though. I wish I could filter this too, man. There's so many things that I would like to see here. 72 to 87. He's a starting pitcher again. Man, we could get a bunch of starting pitchers. So if we wanted to, left fielder here, no. So all of our outfielders or infielders are kind of gone. As far as rankings, nobody crazy. This catcher's got 75 to 94 potential, but he is 22. 65 to 99 here for Herb Scott. Probably not with my third round pick, but maybe one guy that we could look for later on. 65 to 99 for Vernon Ortiz as well, 18-year-old. 65 to 99 relief pitcher. Okay, I think I will just go ahead and take one more starting pitcher that we've scouted. This 80 to 98. Yeah, this Esteban Santana here. He's got 70% interest too. He's got really high potential. He's only 18, right? So even if his overall is in the 40s, we should be okay letting him develop. So Esteban Santana, I know that's three starting pitchers I just took with 3 picks, but really, I mean, out of the top 100, we're just taking the best players available. Let's see, relief pitchers 67 to 86, no thank you. 65 to 99, Herb Scott. 27 to 61 is his potential. Yeah, 27 to 61 seems to be like that baseline. He's out of high school. He is healthy. Looks like he's gonna have really good speed and fielding right now. It's just the hitting is not gonna be there. I'd like maybe a better hitter, potentially. Vernon Ortiz here looks like he's gonna have some good hitting in the future, potentially. Good speed, not a great fielder now, but could be. Again, I think the left fielder Herb Scott, not gonna be a great hitter, right? He's in the future, he can get up to 60s, right? But he's not gonna. I mean, I really don't think he's gonna be anything special. There's another starting pitcher that, of course, we've scouted him. Relief pitcher, no thank you. I'm looking for outfielders, please. This right fielder, potential 89. Ooh, could be a really good contact speed stealing guy. I like the idea of that at 19. I think we take him. I think he's the best guy that we've seen so far. Rick Davenport. I don't know his interest. We haven't scouted him at all, but oh well. I'm just kind of trying something new here. I know I've drafted pretty well in the past. Oh, we got some third baseman here. Ken Kraft. Doesn't look like he's going to be anything more. I don't really need a fielding third baseman. Left fielder Tino Vasquez. No. I'm trying to look for those. Oh, David Feliciano here. Doesn't look like he's going to have the future hitting to me to be worth it. I'm diving in a bit deeper here. Wow, look at that. Ooh, actually a pretty good hitting, good arms catcher, Elmer Santana. So we'll take a shot on him. Why not? Just at this point, I really don't want to take more starting pitchers, especially guys that we're not certain are going to have really good potential. Sim to our next pick. It is the 6th round. This is our last pick at pick 193. I mean, I guess we could take, one of these starting pitchers that's like 73 to 92. He is 19, but he could have he could have really good potential. Joey Bake. Yeah, I think I will take the shot on Tom Carlson here. Another left-handed pitcher, did opt out of his doctor's exam, but 253,000 bonus demand, so I think we're fine there. And I'm pretty satisfied with our draft. Exit the draft, and then now we can see, we can't sign our draft picks, but that'll have to wait for the next one. Willie Gill is the main attraction of our draft class. I hope he's got closer to that 75 potential, because he could be a stud very soon. But guys, that is all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a free for all, free for all.